gentle canter yesterday, and he just did a little bit quicker today, but really just showing him around the place and showing him the track really.
And what have you seen from his preparation between Dubai and now that is positive?
No, we've been very happy with him. We haven't overdone him. Obviously, he went to Dubai and it's only been 5 weeks ago, so he's here a week. So it was 4 weeks from the time he left. He had a good, strong race in Dubai. So he's here kind of really, we think, fresh, rather than being hard on him, if you know what I mean.
And what have you kind of learned or changed since Johannesburg to now?
Well, I'm not sure. Did we give Johannesburg a prep? Maybe one in Dundalk, I think it was. But obviously we started in Dundalk, and it was an artificial surface for him. Coming up to last year's Breeders' Cup, when he was second in the Dewhurst, we felt, and listen, the lads always thought that he could be a Kentucky Derby horse, and we felt that he was a horse that had a chance of acting on the dirt. So we had a decision to make whether we would stay on grass with him for the Breeders' Cup or switch him to dirt. But at the time we had US Navy flag, and he had two Group 1s on the grass, and obviously Mendelssohn hadn't. So rather than making too big a change, we said we'd give him a chance of winning a Group 1 on the turf, and with the view that we could train him over the winter with the Kentucky Derby in mind. And obviously we were very lucky that Churchill and HRI and everybody put on a Kentucky Derby, kind of a trial in our part of the world. So that was Dundalk, and that was just a perfect distance, we thought, at the perfect time. And it was a little bit of an introduction for him, coming from the grass to an artificial surface. Obviously it wasn't dirt, but it was different than grass. And we felt if that went well, the next one would be Dubai, where it would be dirt surface, and the trip would be further. We weren't sure obviously how far he would get. He's a horse that always showed plenty of pace in his work, and he got a mile well in Dundalk, and then he went to Maidan, and we were delighted that he got a 9.5 furlongs on the dirt, which is a tough surface. So for us, he has progressed nicely. He has passed the test that we have asked him to pass so far, and that's obviously why we are here today, really.
And can you speak a little bit on his personality? He seems to be quite vocal.
Yeah, no, he has a big personality, which we always try encouraging horses to develop a personality, and he has developed a big one. He's even though he's vocal, like you said, he cries out and calls the horses. He's not coltish. He doesn't draw, or he doesn't show in that way. So it's more of a mental thing than anything. And as we were training him last year, when we put on the blinkers on him, it totally focuses his mind. It's amazing. For an inch at either side of his eye, it just totally changes his focus, and that's the way he has been so far. And what you see there is he was the same in Dubai before he raced, and we saw last year, the minute the blinkers went on him, he just totally focused, you know. So we don't want to change too much, and he's slowly growing up mentally and physically. So yeah, so that's where we are, really.
He's really well bred, was a yearling sail topper. This would be the perfect storm.
He was, absolutely. Obviously, John and Sue and Derek and Gay and Michael and Doreen, when they bought him, Paul and MB picked him out in Keeneland, obviously with Demi, and but I remember Paul and MB saying that they thought that he was very special looking horse, physically and with his pedigree. So listen, and the lads always had it in their mind that this is where he could be. He came to us as a top rated horse, and usually those horses, if things go right, they have a big shot, really. And like you said, the way he's bred he's an unbelievable pedigree for this part of the world as well.
Aidan, how does the dirt here compare with Maidan in your impression, and maybe more important, in Mendelssohn's impression of it?
Yeah, that's right. I'm not qualified enough to talk much about dirt, to tell you the truth, but Maidan is a proper dirt surface, and I remember when they changed it from artificial to dirt, and it was for this reason. Listen, Dean rode him, Alan rode him in Maidan, and he was very happy with him. Dean rode him today, and he was very happy the way he went over the surface, you know. So I suppose that's all I could say, really, you know. So, but he seems very happy.
What type of trip do you envision for him?
Meaning in
In the Derby here.
through the race.
Trip,
I think he's drawn out a little bit, and I think some of your American trainers like Bob Baffert and obviously Wayne, they kind of thought that they would wouldn't mind being out a little bit where we are, so that's a positive for us anyway, that they would know an awful lot more about dirt racing than I would. So I would imagine that he'll be some way forward. I'm not sure, I didn't speak to Ryan, and Ryan will decide that always. I think there's pace on his inside, and I think Bob's horse is on his inside as well. So he made it in Maidan, but I wouldn't be sure that he will make it here. But that will be Ryan's decision when the gates open, really.
What would this mean for you and for the operation?
Listen, it would be something that we couldn't really dream of, really. This wouldn't be anything that we could ever dream of happening. We feel so privileged to be here and to have a horse to be here and to be able to compete. But like obviously it wouldn't be like to dream about something like this wouldn't be it would be very even hard to dream about it, really.
Where do you usually watch the Kentucky Derby when you're back home?
I usually watch it at home, obviously. So I watch it on telly. So
later night.
That's it, exactly. But listen, it's incredible race, incredible place, incredible culture here. So we're privileged to be here, really.
Great. Thank you, sir.